This is how to install MIUI based custom ROM on your Pocophone F1. Hi everyone, this is John. So today I will teach you how to properly install a MIUI based custom ROM on your Pocophone F1. So you will need, or should I say the requirement is you will need to have an unlocked bootloader, and then you will need to have TWRP recovery installed on your Pocophone F1. So once the two is done, the next is disable your password. For me, I do this every time I transfer to different version ROMs, vice versa. So disable the password. Alright, and once that's done, you will need to have actually 4 files. The custom ROM of your choice. For me, I will be using Mi-Globe ROM, which is based on 9.6.27. Let me just double check that real quick here. Sorry about that. Okay, so I will be using, yep, it's version 9.6.27. This is based on Mi-Globe ROM. Alright, also you will need to have a vendor firmware based on the ROM version that you'll be using. Since I will be using 9.6.27, then I will need to have a vendor firmware which is also version 9.6.27, in which I already have here. Here we go. Okay, after that you will need to have Magisk version, depends, but I usually would use the latest version of Magisk, which is here, version 20.4, and then you will need to have disable force encryption zip file, which I also have here. So there's 4. There's the vendor firmware, there's the custom ROM of your choice, there's the Magisk, and then there's the disable force encryption. I will be posting the link on the video, and also since I will be posting this also on the Facebook, I will also post the download link as well. So when everything is in set, the first thing you're gonna do is turn off your Pocophone F1. By the way, I will be using a full cleanup on my internal storage. So if you do have files that you really need, then I would highly suggest you back it up. You cannot have it reformatted, but for me, I would prefer to be clean when installing different versions of ROM. So I will power it down. Okay. Also guys, bear with me. This is my first ever setup. I'm just making use of what I have here. So maybe later on I will find a good desk here. So this is just a mouse pad that I own. Alright, so next is we will need to boot into TWRP recovery. So all you need to do is press the power button, at the same time the volume up button, synchronously. So here we go in 1, 2, 3. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then let it go. So we are at TWRP recovery. I'm currently using the version 3.3.0.0. This has a touch issue when you first use it for a few seconds, then it will function right away. So as you can see, I cannot touch everything. Okay, let's just wait for a few seconds. Okay, here you go. So what I'm gonna do, since I will be wiping everything because I don't have 80 important files. If you do have, please, I would highly advise to back it up on your computer or a thumb drive, so that that data won't be erased. So first, go to wipe, and then do a swipe to factory reset. Okay, next is click back, and then oh, sorry about that. Okay, then click, oh shoot, give me just a second here. Okay, click the advanced wipe, and then I usually do is click the Dalvik cache system data in the internal. Oh, sorry about that. Internal. Don't touch the USB OTG and especially your micro SD, since all of my data are stored on a micro SD, so I won't be touching that. And then click swipe. Alright, so everything's done. I'll click back here, then click format data, click yes. Alright, now click back, and then click reboot. Then you have system power recovery and bootloader. Click the recovery. It will ask you, no OS installed, are you sure you want to reboot? Just slide here to confirm. Now we are rebooting to Pocophone F1 on the TWRP again. Now we will be installing the ROM, the 4 files that I told you earlier. So click install, then click storage. Since I stored mine on a micro SD, so click micro SD here. Then search for the files that you downloaded. So I already have mine. So first you need to install the vendor firmware. So I do have it here. So the vendor firmware is version 9.6.27. Click that, and then click add more zip. Then click the ROM. So this is 9.6.27 Mi-Globe ROM. Click, oh so let me repeat that again. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, again, vendor firmware, and then the Mi-Globe ROM. Sorry about that. I just used the G app for a custom ROM, and then add more zip. This time, the Magisk version 20.4. Add more zip, and then disable force encryption, and then swipe to confirm flash. Before I do that, what I did is vendor firmware first, the ROM, MIUI custom ROM, Magisk, and then disable force encryption. Alright, so once that's done, swipe to confirm flash, and then this would take some time actually. So right now it is currently installing the vendor firmware. Next to that, it will be installing your ROM of choice. So I chose the Mi-Globe ROM. After that, it will be installing the Magisk, and then next to it is the disable force encryption. So I'll just post the or should I say yes, pause the video, and then I will return once everything's done. Alright, as you can see, everything is done. So the next is click the wipe in cache here. Alright, and then click the reboot system. So if you do these steps correctly, you won't have any issues at all booting to the custom room, or custom ROM that you installed. Don't panic, it will usually boot 2 times. Alright, bear with me guys since there's like background noise, because I don't have a separate office of my own to do this video, so just bear with me. Alright, it's currently booting. So I'm just gonna pause the video again, and then continue when it's done. Okay, so we are booting to the OS. Give it just a sec. Okay, so it's currently on MIUI 10 instead of the MIUI 11. So this is currently binded to my Xiaomi account, so I need to log in first. So you need to connect to a Wi-Fi, which I'm currently connected right now. So let's go ahead and activate the device. Let me just enter my password real quick. Okay, so I just entered the password. So now click next. I will choose English. It depends on your language. I'm choosing English United States. Click next. I am currently connected to the Wi-Fi, so I'll click next. Accept. I read the terms and policy thingy. Okay. Says it'll just check for updates. So we'll have to wait for this one to finish. Alright, so it's currently asking me either to copy my previous data. I don't want that, so I'll be starting as scratch. Don't copy my data. Okay, something about checking info. Okay, so just gonna ask me to enter my Google Mail. You can skip this, and then the next to it, it will ask you to most probably log into your MIUI account. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna log in my Gmail account here. One moment. Alright, there you go. So it'll ask you to either to don't add this account or just agree. So I'm gonna use my own Google Mail account on this phone. Alright, so it'll ask you for Google services. I always back my data on Google Drive, but others like use location, allow scanning and stuff, send diagnostics. I don't want that. Alright, click accept. Alright, something about Google Assistant. I always use Google Assistant, so yes, I'll just agree. It depends. If you don't want it, just ignore it. Okay, I'm all set. Click continue. Alright, it'll ask me something about changing wallpaper and font. I'll just do that later on. Click no thanks here. Alright, it says here I do have some stuff on the Mi Cloud. This is the reason why you, on the first setup you need to log into the Mi account. So click next. Give it just a sec. Alright, so it'll ask you to restore your previous data or set up as a new device. I'll just set up as a new device because all of my data are actually fully back using the TWRP recovery. So it'll ask me for a password. I'm just going to use the fingerprint and then the PIN. And then I'll ask you something about if you forgot the password, you have to reset everything. So I'll just enter the 4-digit PIN that is required. It's either 4 or 16. So I'm just gonna use 4 digits. Give me just a sec. One moment. Alright, so I just entered my 4-digit PIN. So it'll ask me to add my fingerprints. I'm usually using the my right finger here. Okay, keep pressing. There we go. So click OK. And then it'll ask you if you want to use this. I don't want to use location. I don't want to use user experience program. Send diagnostics. I don't want to use that. Update automatically. I don't want that also because there is no update. This is the latest version of MIUI 10 on the beta version. Personalized ad, never on. Turn this on, it'll get you a bunch of ads on every corner of MIUI. So everything is off. I would highly advise you to turn off everything, then click next. And then I'll ask you for a theme. So there's Poco, default, and then classic. I'll just use the Poco theme. Alright, and then click next. And then here we are. So this is a successful installation of a custom ROM based MIUI 10 version 9.6.27. Yep, this is a ROM from Me-Globe. So anyway, everyone, I hope that my video was able to help you out on installing custom ROM on your Pocophone F1. Hit the like button here on Facebook and also on YouTube, and then click the subscribe button on YouTube here. It will help me a lot. Also, please do help my channel grow. I can promise you to more contents probably later on. But now, again, I hope that I was able to help you out. So this is John. Thank you so much for watching my video. You have a wonderful day, everyone.